What's good, people? bjones.com back on the tutorial. And this tutorial will basically just be showing you what scales are. And if you're not sure what scales are, they're basically a series of notes that go together that you're going to be using to make melodies. The definition is actually right here. A series of notes differing in pitch according to a specific scheme. So basically a few notes that go together that you can use to create a melody to make sure you're not out of key. And when I say out of key, that's basically actually I'll just show you an example. Let me show you what out of key would be. So let's say this is my key right here. You see how those notes kind of, if you've developed your ear enough, you'll be able to see how they just kind of fit together. They don't sound off. But now I'll actually throw in a note that's off, that's not in the key, and you'll see how it just kind of sounds sour and a little bit off. You heard that last note, it just doesn't sound like it should be in there. Or that one. Those just aren't in there. But an easy way to figure out all your scales, if you go to pianoworld.com, actually if you just type in piano scales on Google, you'll get to this page right here. And right here you can choose a root note. Now the root note determines what key you're going to start on. So if you don't know your keys, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and then B doesn't have a black key that goes with it. You guys need to learn that, and you guys can just Google that, learn that. It's real easy. And it's basically the same 7 notes that repeat. So your C is always next to the 2 black keys to the left of them. So here's another C, 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 and then these notes are always the same. So it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and so on and so forth. So it's not a bunch of notes you actually have to learn for piano. It's basically just 7 notes. Excluding the little black keys. It's a little more than that, but anyway, the root note is going to determine where your scale actually starts. Now most hip-hop songs, they're in a minor scale. So here you have your basic C minor scale. Now you could use this to make a basic melody. You could use basically any of these to start. So let's start with, actually I'll just start with D sharp, a D sharp harmonic minor. And your major scales are actually going to be a lot happier sounding. That's why they're not so popular in hip hop. But here is what a major scale would sound like. And here's a minor. So real simple. And each key has a major, a minor, and as you can see, there's tons of scales you can use. You don't have to memorize all of them, but it's cool if you at least know the minor and the major of each key. It'll help you in the long run. So let's go into our FL Studio and actually show you how you would apply this to a melody. So I have just a basic little drum beat in here. Okay, now let's go to pattern 2 and actually do our melody. Now we know that our key is this C, D, D sharp. And we know that these are the notes that are in it. So if we want to stay in key and not have any notes that are out of place or sour sounding, those are the notes we need to use. So you always want to start, if you're in D sharp, that means you're going to start the note, start the melody with that note. So we'll have a D sharp, maybe another D sharp, and then I'm pretty familiar with this key already, but if you're not, you just kind of go through, and you can actually play this. I'm just doing this just to demonstrate so you guys kind of see what I'm doing, but come up with little melodies. And there you have a very, very basic melody. Now you could add to this, obviously. You could try to find keys that go with each note. So obviously in the scale, you have different keys that could sound good together. So maybe you want it to be a little more complex. Okay, so that's real simple, and basically you just have a very basic melody right there. And let's just shorten it up a little. discard lengths and make sure this is a half step, and let's just put it in with the actual beat. Actually, I already have it set up, but let's take a listen to it. Okay, and you have just a very, very basic melody. So that pretty much covers scales. Obviously, the more you know, the easier it will be for you guys to figure out notes of different songs. Maybe you want to make something similar, and it'll just make your life a lot easier. So I recommend at least knowing the majors and the minors of each key. So go through. This is a easy thing to learn. And with experience, it will come to you. You'll realize pretty easily what key certain songs are in, and it'll just help you progress a little faster. So that's basically what a scale is, and let's jump to the next tutorial, which is actually on chords, and show you how you would apply chords to a melody.